All right, what up, YouTube and people of the internet? It is JJ, and we are back recording another video. So as you guys saw in my last video, I took apart my Xbox to see if I could get this thing to work again. So I'm pretty sure you guys know by the title already that this is just going to be me putting this Xbox One back together. Because obviously you guys saw how I took it apart. Might as well show you guys how to put it back together. It's literally the same thing that I did when I took it apart, just in the opposite order and putting it back together. So you want to start with your bottom plastic piece like this and your actual motherboard with the fan, disk tray, whatever the fuck that thing is. Then you're just going to take it and align it right in the Xbox. It should just fall right into place, just like that. Perfect. Once you have it like that, you're going to want to find that piece. And we're going to put this wire right here, right down into that right there. I'll show you guys what that looks like in just a moment. All right, so once you plug that in, that's what it looks like. And then you're going to want to take this lid and put it right over the top. Okay. Just like so. Boom. Then you're going to want to take all of your C-screws like this, and you're going to be putting them back in their positions. I'll show you guys what that looks like once I'm done. Okay, once you guys have that cover on with all the C-screws all the way screwed in, make sure they're all flush, you're going to want to take the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi chip, and you're going to want to screw that back in and plug this wire back onto that piece right there. I'll show you guys what that looks like when it's done. Okay, once you guys have both of those screws in for the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth adapter right here, go ahead and just plug this back into it. If you run your finger all the way along, you might as well just plug this back in too, and this cord back in. I believe this is just a speaker. And then the next step is going to be with the top cover. I'll be showing you guys that in just a second. All right, guys. The next part is obviously going to be the hardest part. There's this little ribbon cable that connects your on button and your eject button and your sync controller button to everything. So if you do not plug this back in, you won't get any power. And this is kind of the whole reason why I wanted to take apart my Xbox and see if I could get it to start working again. So yeah, you gotta just plug that back in, get the blue part around it, and then plug it back in as delicately as possible. I did kind of bend it a little bit, but I don't think that's gonna do much. So yeah, I'm just gonna put the cover back on and we're gonna give her a go. Okay, down to the last couple of steps. Once you get the front or the top cover back on, you just want to make sure that no seams look off. If they do look off, you're just going to want to try to reposition it and try to put it back on as much as you can. There's bunches of different videos on YouTube that you can look at to see different tactics to try to get this thing on. Honestly, it was a task. It really wasn't that easy. It took me like 5 or 6 attempts to get this thing back on. But then the last two things are really easy. You just have to put this vent on and that final piece. That final piece is first. So we're going to be putting that right there. And I'll show you guys that in a second. All right, as you can see, we slid that piece right in there where it's supposed to be, nice and flush, where the sync controller button is. Now the last step that we have left is just putting this last vent on. It's really nice and easy. All you have to do is take it and it snaps back on. Just like so. And that is how you assemble a Xbox One. Well, at least the original one. Unfortunately with mine, I did this to clean it and see if I could get mine back up and running, because out of nowhere it just completely stopped working. This completely stopped working, this completely stopped working. The entire thing just doesn't even do anything. And I tried hooking it back up after I cleaned it, because maybe it just didn't want to turn on because, I don't know, it was trying to overheat, or it was going to overheat because of how dusty it was, but no, it doesn't turn on. So here in town, I'm just going to have to take it somewhere and run a diagnostic test on it to see what's actually going on, but hopefully I can get that up and running. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to wait for the Series X or S to actually hit stores, and then I'll probably just purchase it. Today was the day that I could pre-order them, but I didn't get my hands on any of those, which is fine. Other than that, if you guys want to see any more content from me, like, comment, and subscribe down below. Yeah, other than that, this has been JJ versus the Internet. Peace.